women's semifinals are set. Now, let's get to the men's quarterfinal action in the water now. This is Heat 1, and check it out. Italo Ferreira is already up and ripping. Changed up his whole act.
Yeah.
And it's fun to watch. Yeah, you know he's going to catch a million waves in this heat, and he's going to do surfing like this. High speed, backhand whips. Already two behind him. What's in front of him? Another one, sliding the tail there, adding some flash, and a nice floater. Floater count now on the event, about a dozen. Still going. Tack mode on, fangs out, another big bash, tries for the reverse at the end, goes down. I don't think he oversurfed that one. I think he just felt the ferocity all the way through. And
he was hyping himself up, and for good reason. He went out and blasted this wave. Quick in transition. You see that second snap, very precise down the line. And as of right now, those floaters have really come into play in a wave like this that just really allows you to play with it. I mean, quick, compact, and more importantly, excellent surfing, I would have to say. I mean, transitionally, as good as it gets. Surprised that he's riding that dark arts board that he didn't want to ride at the surf ranch, but it's been looking great so far, Chris. And look at the way he just sets up after that initial floater. Brings it all the way down, snaps right in the pocket, and that's what I'm telling you. He comes from right-hand point break in the northern part of Brazil called Bahia Formosa. It is a very similar wave to here at Punta Roca, and there's a reason why he's won a Karamas and Bells. His backhand is as good as it gets, one of the best on tour.
Beneath that, I got a sense that she wants revenge for 2022. Came into the Rip Curl WSL Finals as the #1 seed and got taken out at the very pointy end of that contest by Stephanie Gilmore.
Look at this outside Italo with a great wave here, Chris.
Yeah, Ian Gentil just kind of took off on a dud, and Italo's about to make him pay for it right now. Throwing tons of spray with every turn.
Oh.
There's three. What's he got for us on the inside? Backside 50-50 floater.
No!
And another.
He went on a small wave, as you had mentioned, and then let Italo catch this one. Great opening turn. He is lightning fast, Chris. Into the lip right there. And you mentioned he's an animal. I mean, a caged lion is still a lion, and
through to that inside section for Italo. We'll see now what Ian Gentil has for us. Here's his opening turn. It's a beast. Follows by a quick vertical snap there. A little slower on the pace here, but really.
It's the same
is there
spot.
an oil slick right there? Somebody put on too much sunblock on the inside section?
The best string of results so far this year, but coming off of a runner-up finish. First time he's made the quarters or better this year, believe it or not. And Ian Gentil, great opening carve into the lip. A lot of power in those maneuvers. Wraps it back. And then right here you're thinking to yourself, okay, he's off to a great start. And then when he's going for the top turn right, this is a great wave for him. Really fits his style on the backhand. But this kid has other plans. He's looking to make it into the semis.
Showing his heat savvy here. Flipping on this medium insider. It's got some spice on it. Two big turns out the back. Gets the air to finish. I don't think he hung up.
No, close, but no cigar. And with 20 minutes to go.
Has its work cut out for it down here in Surf City, El Salvador. I mean, it's a good problem to have when you're surfing in beautiful tropical water like this. But in the heat of the moment, you really got to have all focus on staying connected to your board. Here goes Italo, streaking down the line, building tons of speed. Extended backside float. Comes around the section, hammers it. Throws the tail. Another quick snap there for Italo. He is absolutely relentless. I mean, milking everything out of that wave. Flexing on us.
On his three best rides, otherworldly. I mean, great opening snap right there, but I think everybody expected him to do a big air right there. It goes to show you his maturity and composure. Goes for the lip line floater. Tight in the pocket right here and quick in transition. As you were saying, I mean, he fits in so many turns in such a short space and in a tight area. And look at this right there, the finish.
The speed. Italo's game is incredible. And now here we go. We go from flash to flow. Ian Gentil has some room to work here. He throws the tail. Nicely done. Pulls it, makes it back around the section, gets the finish. So some creativity and variety for Ian Gentil. You're going to match that up with what Italo did on his last wave, which was just rapid fire all the way down the line, about 12 turns.
Once he finishes that right off.
7 turns with a bonus floater.
7, so 8 maneuvers in a row, all the way from the outside. And then the creativity here from Gentil. Not every day that you get to see him throw an air reverse like that. It was cool, but I just don't think it's going to be enough right now at this point in the heat to get him out of this mini combo he's going to be in. I mean, for a tall guy to be able to project like this down the line, especially grabbing the rail like that, this was awesome to see. And that driver 3.0 looks good under his feet, but I think once he hears the score of Ferreira drop, he knows that he's probably going to need a couple of excellent scores. I thought this wave was spectacular, by far his best, Chris. I mean, a lot of power once he engages with those rails and meets the lip line. It was a difficult wave to surf, though, because it had a lot of chop on the face, being the first wave of the set. But the way he was able to reach that lip line and explode every single time and throw in the variation with the layback at the end, that was very cool. But look at this. Bottom turn straight up in the lip. He was eyeing these sections as well. And that's actually something good about going on the first wave of the set. You have that extra coping due to that onshore wind. Look at the second one that he just throws out there. Whack. He lays it all the way down.
Have you ever been to an axe throwing range?
I have, actually.
We were just at one with Ian Gentil. I mean, throwing axes at the wall. They all stuck. And right there. Quick look at Ian Gentil right there as we get back to the lineup. Italo lighting Punta Rocas up. Currently in the lead. Bit precarious though. Ian only needs a 6.26. I've lost count of how many turns we've seen so far on this wave from Italo.
Oh!
Oh no. Yet to see a clean finish from Italo.
I know. And I think as of right now, that's where a lot of his scores haven't hit the exit range so far. And here's Ian Gentil, big answer back. He only needs a mid-6.
All right, can we build on the momentum that Ian Gentil showed us on his last wave? I love the soulful takeoff straight into a big slash. Gets around this section. Woo. Nice little chunk of whitewater to work with on top of that wave there. Weaving through a serpentine path. And another big layback slash. So we'll see what he does. I love this takeoff. That was cool.
He's a people's champ, too. Whoa, strong layback to start off. Goes into the lip line floater. Love the way he's able to push through that turn right there. Bust the fins out. All the way back with the wrap. And then once again, the layback turn here. Whack. That was cool. And a combination of strong maneuvers, too. I mean, look at the start. Aggressive, polished. Wow, that photo right there, if somebody got that, that is going to be a cover for
frame
a magazine.
grab.
But the mid work on this wave was so smart and so tactical. Nothing pushed too far, very methodical surfing. And once he reached the end right here, he just knew, put the cherry on top of the cake, lay it back again. You have it on lock. Go out there and prove that you're capable of making it into the semifinals. And guess what? Dropped his wallet. He found it at the end.
So Ian maybe sees a little something pop up on his way back out. He's going to leave Italo way on the outside as he sees something to work with here. This rubber band man slashing around. It's funny because you don't even notice the pumps, right? The flow element with Ian Gentil is just huge.
Oh,
flying into the flats. All right. There's some emotion from Ian Gentil. He's having fun.
Consider him one of the best to ever do it, too. If
he might be beating him.
A guy like this. An insider, but wow, that first wrap, just incredible. And then comes around the section right here, snaps it in the pocket, was able to lay it on rail. And then once he got to the open face here, was a tricky wave to ride here at the end, Chris. Manufactured enough speed and throws the air reverse down. A great finish there from Gentil. Throws the tongue out right there for the Rolling Stones kind of claim. And look at this technique. Into the air for a tall guy to be able to do this right now. There's very few people that I could say from his size that are able to pull an air like that. Jordy Smith and Eric Geiselman may be two of the only regular footers I could think of. Maybe Dane Reynolds as well.
Don't call him that anymore. Call him a semi-finalist. Ian Gentil makes his way through probably one of the toughest heats he's ever surfed. Going up against Italo Ferreira, who was looking like he was firing on all cylinders, comes up just short.